Welcome back.
Happy Tuesday. Big huge sigh. Yesterday was 10-hour shift. So yeah, I'm kind of still feeling it. But hey, survival mode. Long dark. Let's do this. Okay. Now let's get ourselves back into figuring out what we need to do here. I'm gonna have to go and get the rest of the survival bows down there. So we got food, more food. A little bit cold out. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. You have no idea. As soon as I got home from work, I pretty much just ate and then just collapsed on my bed. That's just it. I had just enough energy left over after that day, after yesterday, just to make food, and I didn't make much either. I just collapsed. Oh. Chapped as hell. Again, because I work outdoors, so first and foremost, trip down the rope. Let's see. Okay, we do have it. Want to drop stuff off though. Take a full inventory. Full inventory. Drop off anything that we're not going to need when we go down the rope. See here. Do we not need to bring with us? Knife, bedroll. Yeah, I think I've got everything that I don't need. That was my camera. Okay, going on dark mode apparently. Second here. Oh wait. Probably gonna turn. Which reminds me. Well, dude. There's one of these. Oh god. Chat. One of these. Slideshow. What? Hurts. Time box. Oh, here. That's it. Okay. Not anymore. Okay. We're in here. Closure on. Here. Apparently it's just not bright enough for the camera. Either that or I have to probably unplug it, plug it back in. Okay. Just have to deal for now. Well, it like freezes. Which is possible. I would do all this the night before, but, well, for some reason the settings don't save when I restart my computer. Because I don't leave my computer on. I mean, this is a computer I spent over $1,000 on, you know, $1,400. I don't want to leave it on all the time. The last thing I want is my i7 processor to crap out because of overuse. Now, I'm not going to do much exploring, at least not at this moment. One, just so that the computer can kind of figure itself out. Also, two, so I can wake up. Got coffee here. I tried uploading a couple of streams up to YouTube, but some weirdness is going on there. Funny thing is that I got to see some old videos of mine back when I was still playing World of Warcraft. Those things are a year old. Back when I was on the old computer. But pretty much how the new schedule is going to go is Tuesday is going to be this game. Wednesday and Thursday is World of Warships, and then Friday is going to be this game again, and then Saturday is going to be whatever I feel like playing that day. There's really no set game. Oh. Let's see here. Eat that. Full stomach. Drink water. Down the rope. Okay. On the rope we go. There we go. Continue on this way. Got like a couple tools, some bows, for the most part. Okay. It's getting cold. Colder. Still pretty cold, but temperature dropping. Ourselves behind a little bit of cover here, if we can. Yeah, it's not much shielding. Okay. Every once in a while, the wind is always blowing straight into my face, especially when I'm going this direction. Guaranteed it's going to be blowing in the other direction when I'm trying to head back. Bye.
My fingers feel numb.
Yeah, I know they feel numb. I'm working on it. Calm down. Okay, what am I? I've got tools, flares, What? Oh, what? Well, tools. Might as well get the tools out of here. Because, you know, tools. We might have enough energy to get back, maybe? Improvised knife. Really? Left that down here. Okay. So I'm probably gonna grab 2 hatchets. Yes. 2 hatchets. How much did these weigh? Just barely. Wow. Just barely. Okay. Let's see. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to quickly sleep. Just so that I can bring my temperature up and also get my energy to where I don't have to worry about going underneath half before I get back. Perfect. Because under half is when it starts to lower how much you can carry. I grabbed a couple of the axes. And pretty much all of the fire strikers. No, all of the fire strikers. Drop them off, do another trip. Do. Also, I got a friend of mine to want to go and play World of Warships. He's only gonna play on Saturdays though. It's gonna be pretty cool. He's normally the kind of player who very strategic. Usually when we've played anything that involved a player, he's been playing. And usually he's got the mind to be able to think, you know, strategy. I mean, he has to. He plays a lot of Battletech, Mech Warrior, giant robot type stuff. So he has to memorize stats and fighting characteristics, all that stuff. It's what he does. In fact, back when we played a game called Chrome Hounds, he was the command unit. And Literally, he had no guns. He had like a couple guns, but for the most part, he had no guns. And he just looked at his radar. That's all he did. He looked at his radar and basically told us where to go, what direction we should be facing, and shoot anything that is hostile. That was it. You know, we were decently good at it. Well, it wasn't that we were gonna win any awards or tournaments or anything, but we never got snuck up on. That's for sure. So I look forward to getting ready for that in the future. That's right, I get to sleep in Saturday. You have no idea. I rarely get to sleep in. I rarely get to sleep in nowadays. I get to sleep in on Saturday. It'd be great. And just the thought of sleeping in makes me smile. Just like, ooh, sleeping in. That's good. They're gonna be great.
What is up, the world?
Oh man. I wish I was a morning person. I really do. I really wish I could like immediately go from just coming out of bed, just, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're fully awake, all starry-eyed, and all that stuff. Oh well. I'm a slow starter. I've always been. Okay. We gotta get ready for another trip. Try and get a couple more of the tools down there.
What is up, the world?
More tools. Survival bows. Running. Running. Just trying to get my energy to go down so that I can sleep through most of the night. Okay. Drop off tools. drop, yeah. And keep the improvised knife on us. No. No, we're good. And all of these, which we can maybe put into here? Or can we put it into here? Nope, can't put it into there. Okay. Let's put them into here. There we go. I think that was everything we picked up, right? I think it had... Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Part of the reason, another reason why I'm playing music in the background is because give my mind some stuff going on. I'll listen to something to focus on, other than just the game. I'm one of those weird people who will listen to music, watch a YouTube video, and play a video game all at the same time. Okay. Grab you. You. I love that they put the little tag on it. Cooked. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Okay, we're almost fully moved up here. We still got like a couple of knickknacks here and there, but for the most part, we're up here. Check the map here. There's an area this direction we're gonna have to go and check out. We've been down to here. That's where the wolves are located. How many days do we have? $336. So we've got 70 days to try and at least scout out this entire zone. We've almost got ourselves maxed out on fishing. How many currents? There's 165 of these things? Notes found. Wait, do we have to? We have to pick them up. Okay. Okay. Okay, game. Let's see how it is. You just can't look at them. You have to just. You have to actually pick them up. Okay. Well, you have to actually take them. You can't just... Wait, are those notes in my pocket right now? They're not. They are collectibles. Yeah. How about that? Ba-dum-bum. Fully rested. Daytime's on its way. Water, eat some food. deer meat. Water. Top ourselves off. Get some. We're gonna have to deal with the water situation. Got a bunch of water over in the cave. We have to go past wolves to get to it. So. Come on, caffeine. Kick in! Kick in! I require energy! We're gonna wait. Got some time here. Get some daylight. Okay, there is a wolf out there. Two of them, actually. Two little jerks. Oh. I want to drop that again. There we go. UK. Wait. Keep an hour. Give ourselves a little bit more daylight. Hopefully there's no blizzard today. And 35 days. 15 hours, 44, 46, 47 minutes. Okay. What are we doing on weight? We're doing fine on weight. We have to go and get ourselves some more tools. Fire strikers are here. Yes, they are. Checking temperature. 2 arrows down. Maybe, just maybe, I can get us up to more. Maybe. A little bit warmer. No. Wow, game. Way to be a jerk. Okay. Water. Well, the direction of the wind, I might be able to squeeze out into the rope. I am sore right now. Holy crap. So sore. Yeah, no need for me to go to the gym. Due to my job, I don't need to go to the gym. I'm constantly moving, burning calories like crazy. But as you can tell on my overlay, I'm bit by bit just kind of getting rid of things. Looking for things that are not important. Looking for things that are just kind of taking up space. Just kind of slowly, I'll add some things and then subtract some things. I also got my very first Designed by Humans payment. Not much. Better than nothing. Greatly appreciated too. I still have no idea who got the t-shirt. No idea. I have my guesses. But until I get like a posting on Twitter saying, you know, I got my t-shirt, I will have no idea who. Oh well. If I can get through this month and still have money left over, I'm probably gonna buy myself my own. Probably a hoodie. I want a hoodie. That's all I want. I'm probably gonna make myself a special hoodie too. One that's got my has the streamer, you know, my streamer name as it's spelled out on the back. Kind of turned myself into a walking advertisement. Yeah, getting cold. Let's eat something here. Just to get ourselves a full. Not quite sure if I'm gonna go and make a trip to Mystery Lake to get all that food, all the canned goods that are over in that bunker over there, because we found the food bunker, the food prepper cache. It's water. And we got 2 flares in here. Just condensing things down is what I'm trying to do right now. Just condense things down into locations where I know I'm going to go past. The goal is to get all of our supplies to be along one of the paths to get to Desolation Point. So that there'll be water and wood and other supplies there, so that when we head out to one of those locations, there's something there. That's why the garage on the coastal highway, I'm not gonna touch. It's good. It's set up, it's ready to go. If I need to make a quick trip out there. Like, we need to get arrowheads. You know, we need to make a bunch of arrowheads. I want that pretty much on lockdown. All we have to do is just show up. Good. But places like Mystery Lake, I mean, Mystery Lake, we could pretty much only have like wood and water. That's pretty much it. Other than that, there's like no point. I'm trying to figure out what else I could add to. Could add to it, but if I add too much, do. Okay, so we got a little bit of energy with us. I love this song. It's just a simple song, but it's great. Right now, music. Something knives. Hatchet. Maybe we can do one. You wait. That's all I can carry right now. Okay, so we got an axe, which we'll leave down here. We'll leave the axe down here. We're just gonna have to bring the flares and the emergency stems next. Come on, Wolf. Go away.
You have to be more careful.
Oh, of course.
Risking being dead out here.
Yeah, run off. Jerk. I'm jamming out here. Go away, Wolf. Holy crap. Rise. Get away. God, freaking okay. Try to run away and look who showed up. Okay. We're gonna have to just deal with these guys. Sprained wrist. Shit. Oh, now you're in between me and my cave, huh? Fuck. Come on, come on, come on. Give me one last bit of sprint here. Come on. Okay, I guess we're staying down here for a while. Can't do that while I have a sprain wrist. Really? Okay, well. Get ourselves into a starting a fire.
Damn it.
You've got to be kidding me! Not right now! Not right now! What the hell? Jerks. All of them. Every single one of them. Wolves. I hate wolves. Fuck it. We're gonna have to. Oh, stupid wolf. Okay. 2 hours. Since they are there, I'm gonna have to put this up to 4 hours. I'm gonna sleep for 4 hours. Just to get that to go away. I'm gonna get myself up. Yo, bastard. Gotcha. Nope. Stop it. There we go. And okay. Get ourselves out of here. Now we know there's a wolf up here. Around this corner. Like I said, at the very beginning of the stream, at the very beginning of the day, the wolves are weird. They don't do the same thing that they normally do. You know, they're unpredictable at the very beginning when you start the game. They're just weird. They just act weird. Normally they never come over that crest. Over that hill, they never come over here. They just kind of hang out over there, do their thing. I don't know what causes them to want to come over there other than the rabbit grove, but usually it's just the one. With the second one right behind him, but it doesn't really come this far down. One wolf around the corner. The direction I was trying to go. Trying to sneak past him and ran into his friend. Oh, now he's dead too. That's fine. That's I'm okay with. Okay, so we got 2 wolves down here. We're gonna have to carve up. We still have to make another trip down here anyway, so that's perfectly fine. Again, game trying to kill me. I mean, when is the game not trying to kill me? Oh. Temperature is actually in the positive. Okay, we have the energy. Get our butts up this rope. Probably gonna have to get yourselves healed up. So we used one bandage, so we have a bandage we have to replace. We also have we used a old man's beard, so we have to replace that. I might make a trip out to some of the buildings in Pleasant Valley and make a collection of cloth. Or gathering up cloths. And then piling them somewhere. Which I could probably do with an improvised knife. Just burn through an improvised knife just to do all that. Get a whole bunch of cloth. Lately I've been trying to track down where my knife is. My IRL knife. I've got this nice, very large blade flip knife. Comes in a nice leather case. I'm trying to figure out where that thing is. I'm just kind of going around gathering up materials to create what is called a bug out bag. The bug out bag is where if things go badly, let's say hypothetically, society falls apart tomorrow. I need to be able to have a bag to where I can grab and have, you know, materials in order to go out and survive. Make it to safety. And usually what comes in a good bag is, you know, matches, a knife, warm clothing, you know, some form of calories. Usually it's something that's like very light and packed full of, you know, maybe like granola bars or something like that. It's not good, you know, usually you put food in there that's not exactly, doesn't exactly taste good, but it could keep you alive until you found something better. Playing the survival game has pretty much gotten me in the mindset of, you know, survival, you know. Trying to think about, okay, trying to create something like that. As soon as I can afford to, I'm gonna try and get myself a kind of like a hiker's bag, where you can put like a small tent on it. And, you know, you wrap up a tent and you could put it onto the top of it. Also be able to put like a sleeping bag on it too. There's something I could just immediately grab and get the hell out. Like, and I'm gone. Fishing and finish off that fishing rank. And if I find myself in that I can afford it, I'll probably go and get myself one of these collapsible fishing poles. I've seen these fishing poles that are collapsible, and I know how to fish, so. In fact, around here, there's a whole bunch of rivers. And the rivers are usually got some fish in them. The Snake River is way better though, but for fishing. Okay, so we got some tools, we're gonna drop them off. A blizzard's on its way. We're now indoors. I got the quality tools, which what we're going to do is we're going to drop them here and then we're going to put them on top. So they're no longer an issue, no longer in the way. Not quite sure why I'm doing this, but I'm just doing it. Just because. Keep in mind, you don't have to do this in your game. I'm just doing it just because. There we go. I'm just kind of clearing stuff off the ground so that it doesn't feel like I'm stepping on everything. Okay. What else am I? Okay. I got flares I need to drop off here. Did I put the flares in here? No, I did not. They drop these in here. There we go. Okay. drop the flares off in here. Just one of them. It's a water. I have to heal myself up a bit. I have to make some water here soon. That. Right now, that is a full-on blizzard out there. Well, it's close to a blizzard. Is there a place where I could put the gun? Find out. Can I put the gun up here? Can I put the gun up here? No gun up here? I can put the... that's funny. I can put the gun! Okay, I really don't want to put... I don't want to put the gun somewhere where I'll forget. Oh, right there. There we go. Tools on the tool station. Makes sense. I bet there was a gun rack. That would have been awesome. Actually put the gun on a gun rack. Yeah, well. Okay. So we're going to be kind of waiting until our energy goes back down. Keeping an eye on that health. Oh, we're not on the loading screen anymore. It is time to sleep a lot. I don't know, what kind of games would you guys want me to, play on a Saturday? The only thing I could think of is either this game or, World of Warships. Pretty much it. That's all I can think of. I mean, if you have any suggestions, lay them on me. I'm open to suggestions. I'm kind of just blindly in the dark here. The long dark. Bad, Dave. Bad. I've got this huge, if you have Steam, you're more than welcome to add me. I mean, all you have to do is search my name. And my stream name is my Steam name. Well, actually, it's just Hard Cider. But, you search for Hard Cider, and you see the stream icon, a little apple heart with cider underneath it. That's me. But yeah. I think you can look at my wish list through Steam, and I mean, it's quite a huge list. It's like somewhere around 80 games. List 80 games long. And in fact, one of the games that I want to get is Spore. I've been looking into that game. I'm going, I want to play that game. It's another long-term, very long game. A long haul game like this one. I really got all my health back. That's always good. We got food down there, so it's not like I need to hang out here very long. Oh, what's my weight? 24? Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go! Grab one of these. Grab one of these. Looking for wolves. Okay, they're way over there. That's fine. Our health is nearly full, so I could take a wolf attack. No problem. As long as we don't get 2 wolf attacks, that would be great. Oh, it's extremely cold right now. Oh, yeah. Rabbits are respawning next door to us. Extremely cold weather that we're having to deal with. I may have to make a stop over by the Prepper's Cache just to warm up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah. But the good thing is that we've gotten to the point where we have pretty much been underweight for a while. So if I want to, I can go up to any rope and climb it. Granted, we're gonna have to be prepared to have to stay up there overnight. So we have to be able to carry enough supplies in order to set up shop up there for a little while and then come back down, but let's get ourselves out of here.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Oh, I'm heading on that. I'm heading my way there right now. Yeah, we're getting really cold. Yeah. Let's just get ourselves to the loading screen here, so really, really quickly. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go.
Damn. Freezing.
Come on. I think the tree is I think the tree right over there is the loading screen. Or at least close to it. Come on. Why does the loading screen have to be so far back here? There we go. Okay. Get ourselves to the prepper cache at the bottom of the rope. Sleep for like an hour or two, get our temperature back up, and head off to the cave. Grab whatever supplies may be left. We're not going to be able to gather all of them, but most of them. Check down there, make sure the wolves are not waiting for me. Okay. Over to here. Down in here. Sleep in the bed. Okay. 20%, huh? Okay. Wait for an hour. Your temperature to go back up. Hyperthermia healed, yay! Yay for us. Oh yay, happy day. Let's go back up. We're at 336 days survived. And it's way warmer out now. Always good. If we need food, we got the 2 wolves. One right outside the cave. If we have to stay here for a couple days, we can. There's one wolf. There's one doge. How big are you? How big is this wolf that attacked us? 5.2. A decent size. Yeah. Eat some bear. Okay, so we don't have to worry about those wolves for a while until they despawn and then respawn. But by the time they do that, we'll have moved on from this cave. Yeah, that was unlucky. That wolf was on us and it was coming into the cave. Man, had I have not been able to get that fire going, we'd have to deal with 2 wolf attacks. And with my luck as it was at that very moment, I felt like I was about to get another bleed on me. Luckily, I had enough time to be able to stop the bleeding, or I wouldn't lose more health. Because if I would have gotten 2 more bleeds from that other wolf, I would be dead. That would be just death right there. But yeah. Okay, so we got wolf, wolf, wolf. Oh, I gotta love that Butters reference. Wolf, wolf, wolf. I'll leave you here. Bring simple tools. Flares or no flares? That is the question. How much does the stems weigh? Okay, not much. We'll grab all the stems. Okay. Need the axe here. Okay, how many? Might be able to grab 6. 1, 2, 3. 6. One more, maybe. 45. Maybe. And I'll leave us. And I'll leave a flare here just in case. An emergency flare. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, so we've gotten everything we need out of this cave. We're leaving a couple of things here for the emergency. So we got emergency stuff here in case we need it. And I think we may have enough energy to make it up the rope. Okay. Well, that move is over. That's nice. Yeah, the wolf was like right here. That's messed up. Oh well. We survived it. We got past it. We move on. Sun's coming up. I don't know if you all know this, but the sun comes up. The sun's kind of... The more you know. Next order of business. Finish the move. Got everything we need now up on the mountain. Wow, game. Wow.
First aid soon.
Of course. Of course. Friggin'. What else are you gonna throw at me right now? RNG today is not being friendly. Okay, well, we're gonna have to sleep inside the prepper cache for a while here. Just to be able to make it up that rope. So, 4 hours. Since both of them snapped at the same time. Trained. Trained. Healed and healed. Yep. I'd like to go up the rope, please. I would really like to go up the rope, please. Yay! With most of our energy, but yay! Okay, so the only reason we'd ever want to go down that rope is to gather cloth when we run out of cloth up here, or going to get improvised tools because we're running out of the better tools. pretty much it. We have no other reason to. Or if we're feeling like it, going to the prepper cache over in the Mystery Lake area and getting ourselves all the food, all the canned goods that are there. Which isn't really a priority, really. We haven't exactly been desperate for food. Yeah, most of this run, really. Most of this run, we haven't food hasn't exactly been the problem. Food has not exactly been an issue. It's been defense, clothing, that's pretty much it. We've been desperately trying to find ways of defending ourselves through this run. And it wasn't until maybe 160 days in, we finally got ourselves to where we could properly defend ourselves. So, yeah. The only issue we've been having lately is just the numerous amounts of blizzards we've been having to deal with. Yeah, we'd get a blizzard and then we'd have to just stay indoors and do nothing that entire day. And wait for a break in the blizzard and then move to another location. And then get another blizzard and wait there again. And drop off what we have, and then probably grind out a few days. Maybe do some exploring of the zone. Find out where some rabbit groves are located. The sun's coming down. Probably want to do some a little bit of surveying around our house here, just to get a clear idea of what's around us, and then work our way out from there. Because we need to know where, we need to know where the nearest rabbit groves are. We need to find out where all the nearest caves are. Also look for any outlying supplies that are kind of on dead bodies. They're usually strewn about the map. Oh look, wolves. You rarely see those in this difficulty. Notice the huge amount of sarcasm I just had there. One of them. All these. Hold on to two of them. There you have the simple tools. Drop right here. So that we have them right next to each other, maybe? There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see here. Got a little bit of food on us. Check our first aid here. Okay, 554. I probably want to make one bandage here. Actually, that'll make two. One extra. One extra is fine. First aid kit. 6 on us. That's for one of them. Okay, I'm gonna need to 2 of those. Just so that I have emergency painkillers just in case one of my I need to defend myself and my wrist gets. First off, I need to deal with the lack of wood. Well, the lack of water in here. Those 2 wolves are going to be a pain already. Oh, yeah. I could just ignore them and go around them. Or shoot them in the face. The bear out there? Let's see the bear. The bear has not arrived, has not respawned in a while. There seems to be snow in my future. I need water. I'm just waiting until that one wolf that's closest to us just goes away. Or further away. I can make sure he's not gonna all of a sudden pull a Yui on us. I have to go and get ourselves a whole bunch of wood here soon. Okay. Fire. We're making water right now. And we need to make enough water to be able to get through a couple of days. That's the goal right now.
Turned out pretty well.
Okay. 5 liters. So we're going for lots and lots of water. So another 5. Okay. Only 1 hour. Grab another fur.
I need to drop something.
No, you don't. Make another 5. So we'll have 15 liters here. Closer to 13 because we're going to have to carry a bunch of it. I can't hold it down. Okay. And boil. So one match gave us 13 liters of water.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Drop 13 of it. Drop 13 liters of water. Yay. Water here. 1 hour left. There's food. We're gonna have to go fishing here soon. Nope. And we sleep. And that should get us up to full health. Yeah, you're full health.
Listen.
Okay, is it a foggy day? No, it's a clear day. Okay, those wolves out there are making me nervous. May want to deal with them. Yeah, I kind of want to just deal with them right now. Get them out of my sight. Because I'm gonna have to go out there anyway, just to. I have to go out there anyway in order to explore, fill out the map here. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get at least one of them. Gonna go out to the fishing hut. That should at the very least get one of their attention. And give me cover if I get both of them.
Listen.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we don't have a wolf coming down that direction. They don't seem to be following. Oh! Another wolf over here. Hi, wolf. Please tell me you're guarding something. That'd be nice to know. Okay. We're gonna deal with you first. Hi. Hey, how's it going? Wanna be my friend? No? Okay. Another broken arrow. Okay, so I'm probably gonna go up here a bit and do a survey. A little bit cold, so gotta remember that.
Drop.
Okay, a whole bunch of old man's beard over here. That's good. Go into here and do a little survey real quick. There's the rope. Oh yeah, I'll do the survey near the rope, just so that we know where the rope is. Well, get reminded of where the rope is. Rose hips. Was rose hips here? Oh wow, it's in a little shielded area. Isn't that nice? Okay, or not. That's fine too. That's weird. It was not gonna mark it for us. I think we have to be at the top. It's not gonna let us survey, you know, its location on the bottom, I guess. Question mark, maybe? I don't know. Where is the rose hips? Where's the rose hips? Game. Rose hips? Maybe? Where are my painkillers? Need my painkillers. Are they over here, maybe? Apparently there's rose hips in it. It might be along the path of where the bear comes, huh? No, map. It's on a hill. Matt. What is this madness? Up here? Might be up here. Or it's over there. Boop, doo, 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 boop, boop, boop. Okay, that's... Okay, so it's... over here, this direction somewhere, possibly? Oh, there it is, I see it. Okay. Oh, damn it. Oh. Okay, we got the rose hips. Ugh. Warm enough out. I'm probably gonna head back, get some more charcoal, and do some more surveying. While the game is being nice to us and allowing us to do something like that. Okay. Oh. Let me get the old man's beer here. I don't think the old man's beard regrows. I don't think it does. It might, but I'm not. I do believe it's just a limited amount of supplies, no matter what. You know what? Quarter it up. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's quarter up this wolf. Get all the supplies back into our house here. Probably gonna get the attention of these wolves. Hey, Luby Lindsay, how's it going? Yeah, I'm streaming in the morning now.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Or Wolfie. Yeah, well, in this game, the wolves are trying to kill you. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty much been streaming non-stop for almost a year now. You know, I only get to stream 4 hours a day, but better than nothing. Mainly I've been playing a lot of this game, and also, which is called The Long Dark, it's a winter survival game, and also playing World of Warships. You know, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna make my way back to World of Warcraft, but maybe sometime in the future. Creative stuff? Occasionally. I mean, not a lot of people ask for stuff. Negative. But I do stuff on the side. Everybody goes back to WoW eventually. Yes, yes I do. Yes I do. Huh. You can't stay away from it forever, that's for sure. I probably will play it for a little while once the expansion comes out. Because I still do have my account. I'm hoping that eventually I will have I could quickly go through the new campaign. Mostly because of work. My day job changed its schedule on me. So, and also mostly because at the time that I was streaming before, 8 p.m. to midnight, there's only like 2 time zones that even were awake at that time. And still, it was pretty late, especially during the week. So I decided to, it would be best to stream in the mornings before I go to work. That way I have pretty much like all 4 time zones awake at that time. And also I would have, you know, Europe also on top of that. Because, what is it, like nearly 9 a.m. right now, so that would mean probably 2 p.m. right now, around there. It's in the afternoon. Okay. Hook up this wolf here. Oh yeah, I already got wood. I has the wood already. It's 4 p.m. for you? Yeah. But yeah, for a lot of Europe, it's the afternoon. And I feel like changing my schedule to my mornings just means that I have a greater chance of having people come in, maybe hang out.
That did it.
Rather than, streaming at night and maybe some people come in because they can't sleep. Yeah, hopefully so. Exactly. But that's pretty much, this is only the second week I've been going on the new schedule, so we'll find out. Anyway, how's World of Warcraft been treating you? I've been noticing you've been playing a lot of Mythics lately. Mine's going really well at the minute too. Yeah. Your guild's driving you insane. Yeah. The guild I was in, they can't do simple tactics. Yeah, the guild I was in was fairly organized for a casual raiding guild, but I mean, once we ran out of stuff to do and people got bored, it kind of just faded off, as most guilds do. I mean, not many people want to be grinding them out, especially if you're, wiping a lot of the newer raids. There are 7-Eleven normal. The new one? Ah. Okay, I'll be here. It's nearly nighttime. I've still got full energy right now. Do I want to play it safe and stay indoors, or do I want to go out there and take on those wolves, at least clear them out, so that I can do some more surveying? Probably want to survey over here for a little while I still have daylight. I managed to keep going, but I shouted at them twice this week. Yeah, I remember I remember kind of burying my face in my hand a couple of times, being a healer. You always get that. I think the biggest thing that caused us the most amount of anguish when we were raiding is that we'd have people who wouldn't show up, and also we'd have pugs who either didn't know the fight and just were getting killed, which killed the rest of us, or they always seem to not want to listen. Oh well. Such is the life of a guild that, you know, doesn't have, you know, an entire raid team of active people. That's how it goes. I know that feeling. Yep. Yep. Okay, let's go over here. Alright. I'm just sitting here, just kind of filling out the map here so that I get a sense of where all the supplies are around me. Still got the guts on me, so I probably won't drop these like right here. Yeah, let's do that like right now. Drop. There. Now we're not smelling like death. We have a team, but they can't do things like move away when a giant arrow points at them. It's like, hey, I've got a giant arrow above my head. I've got all the attention now. Yay! Like, no, that's bad. The giant arrow does not mean this is the important person. The giant arrow means you're about to get your face smashed in. Facepalm happened many times. Yeah. I can imagine. I remember those days of rage. I always found it fun though. It was definitely fun. Other than kill wolves, what's the idea of this game? The idea of this game is to survive. That is the whole point of the game. It does have a campaign, which they only have 2 episodes right now, so each level is an episode. But this game is all about trying to not die. So your biggest hurdle in this game is the cold weather and the wildlife. And it's all about trying to find... When you first start this game, you start out with absolutely nothing. You just start out with a random collection of gear, and this gear is usually really, really bad. It's the idea is you're just someone who lives in Canada randomly plopped in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of winter, and you're having to go around and find supplies. You're trying to find cold, winter gear. You're trying to find food and water. You're finding shelter. You're trying to find places to where you can build a fire and not freeze to death. You have to create water. You can also find things like matches and a hatchet, a hunting knife. When you kill something, you have to skin it to be able to get the hide, to get the guts so that you can cure them, to be able to make things like fishing line, so that you can fish. There's also a whole bunch of natural remedies around to replace all the first aid gear that you find in houses that you used. Like right now, I'm just kind of exploring around to find things like where is all the fir and cedar wood? Where is all the old man's beard? Where's all the rose hips, which is natural painkillers? There's I've also been looking around to try and find out where all the wolves are located, and I currently have 2 that's all on a lake. There's also like ways of defending yourself. Like right now I'm using a survival bow, which you can build, or if you're lucky, you can find. And to be able to make arrows, you need to find feathers, which feathers come from carcasses, because you know if a dead body stays in one location long enough, crows will start to circle, and that from there you can get like two or three feathers, and you need 3 feathers to make an arrow. But not only feathers, but you need to find green birch saplings to be able to make the arrow shafts, and you also have to build arrowheads. Now the arrowheads are reusable. As long as you get your arrow back, you can reuse those arrowheads. But the only thing that's not reusable is the arrow shaft. That's pretty much the limiting factor in this game, the limiting resource. You can shoot an arrow maybe like once, twice, maybe 3 times before it breaks, and then you have to salvage as many feathers and the arrowhead and then build another one. You can carry as many arrows as you want. It's just the more arrows you have, the more the more they'll last, the longer they'll last. So I've got like tons of supplies. You've got bear, you got wolves, you got deer, you got rabbits, you've got you got the guts over here, which you cure. You could craft a whole bunch of different things. Like right now I'm crafting up old man's beard dressing, wound dressing. Yes, you can kill a bear. The bears in this game are high risk but high reward. Pretty much each bear has a bear hide, of course, and it has anywhere from 30 to 40 kilograms of bear meat. And each bear meat is pretty much worth 1,100 calories. And which pretty much will feed you for an entire week. It'll feed you for an entire week in-game. But the downside to taking on a bear is that if you fail to kill it, it will maul you. It will maul you to where you only have a sliver of your health left, and probably destroyed a couple of your gear. And when I say gear, I mean, yeah, nom nom, right? When I mean gear, I mean this. So, throughout the game, a lot of this stuff like the parka, the sweaters, the ear wraps, the snow pants, all this stuff is stuff you have to find. You can't build it. These stuff, on the other hand, this stuff, you got the rabbit skin, you got the bearskin coat, bearskin pants, all this stuff can be crafted. So, but in order to craft them, you need to find cured guts and hide. I've already made the wolf skin coat because on my difficulty right now, on this difficulty, you run into wolves everywhere. I mean, these things can be in packs of anywhere from 3 to 6. 6 wolves I've seen before. And you can also make a bedroll. All the wolves, exactly. Pretty much all this stuff is renewable. You can pretty much make them, repair them, all that stuff. Yeah, run away is exactly what happens. You have to run away. You can also make improvised hatchets and knives, which these things don't last as long as the good ones. The good ones are these, the regular hatchet and the regular hunting knife. But it's a game all about learning what you can and cannot do, and also managing your 4 simple requirements. Over on the side, which you can't see because of the camera, but I can show you here. These 4 things on the bottom, as you see, A very organized home. Not as organized as I've seen some people. Some people will line them up in straight lines. I just kind of put them into piles. I just kind of put them into piles just so I'm like get a good idea of the important things like water. I could leave them in the in this hatch right here, but then I wouldn't know what I'm in desperate need of. It allows me to see, okay, this is how much water I have, this is how many guts I have. I have to... Okay, you have organized piles, yes. Allows me to see how many birch saplings, which these are arrows. Each sapling is 3 arrows worth of supplies. Each maple sapling is a survival bow, but it allows me to kind of look inside and go, okay, what am I missing? What am I getting low on? Yes, you're wolves, I know. You're scary. Let's see here, drink some water here real quick. But yeah, it's a game all about managing your tools, keeping your stuff repaired, which in this game you have to repair your gear. Just a second here. There we go. I had to move the player out of the way, the music player. Do you fill balls at streams or do you find discard balls? Funny thing about this game is it's pretty close to real life survival. Funny thing is that the bottles, you start a fire and it gives you the option of melting snow and then boiling the water. The bottles just kind of come out of nowhere. I don't know where this guy is holding on to all these bottles, but they just... Each bottle is a liter. So that's 1 liter of water right there. They have smaller ones. And those are half a liter. Yeah, magic bottles. It's weird. I know. So each one of these is a liter. And then you have the smaller ones, which are half a liter. I usually like to drop them in even liter amounts. Just so that if I need water, I just grab 2 of them. Like, oh, I'm low on water, grab 2. So I'm carrying 2 liters of water on me right now. But yeah, making water, you just start a fire, and then it gives you the option of making water. In this game, they do have diseases in this game. Like, if you get attacked by a wolf, you'll either have... If you get a bleed, then you also get a infection too. So not only do you have to use a bandage to make the bleeding stop, and depending on how many bleeds you get, that's how many bandages you have to. And that also means that that's how many infections you have to deal with. So if you don't have that infection go away, if you don't treat that infection, you will actually start losing health. Another thing that they have in this game is if you forget to boil your water, I've done this once, you'll get dysentery. And dysentery is pretty much you have to use either a natural or pill to medicate yourself, and then you have to sit indoors and just drink a total of 11 liters of water. A lot of water. And that has to be treated water. Another thing that they have in this game is food poisoning. Each item in the game has... You need to find toilet paper? Not in this game, no. Apparently this guy does not poop. Ever. He doesn't need to go to the bathroom. He just consumes. He's just an endless pit of calories that just disappear and go nowhere. But each item in the game has a percentage. You can see right there. Handy when lost in the wilderness. Yep. Definitely handy. But Each item in the game has a durability. You can see 70% on this thing. That means this is it's got pretty much I'm almost sure it's like 30% gone, pretty much, but or 30% into 30% from brand new. But if it gets down to red, which is like somewhere around below 15%, then you get a risk of food poisoning. If you get food poisoning, you have to, again, drink or take a pill, like antibiotics or something, and then you have to wait a certain amount of time before it goes away. Food poisoning is horrible stuff, mostly because it's a damage over time debuff. So yeah, it's pretty healthy soup. Now you can usually tell just by looking at it how bad it is. Like this one's bad. This is ruined pork and beans. See, if I were to eat this right now, I'd probably get food poisoning. If now in this game they have abilities. How many hours have you been alive on this one? Right now, I'm currently at nearly 340 days. This run has been going on for quite a while. It also has abilities to rank up. Much like vanilla World of Warcraft, you've got all these things that you have to rank up by using. If you get rank 5, which is the highest rank on cooking, you never have to worry about food poisoning ever again. So I could eat that and not get food poisoning, but I have to cook it first before I can eat it. I can't eat it straight out of the can anymore. I have to actually cook it first. They also have, in this game, they also have permanent debuffs. If you're unfortunate and only... So yeah, it's not completely ruined. That's why when it comes to ruined food, canned goods, you might as well just hang on to it until, you get your rank up, and then it's calories, it's emergency calories later on down the road. Another thing that they have in this game is the permanent debuffs. If I were to be outdoors for too long without gloves or boots or a hat, you'll get this thing called frostbite. And in this game, if you get frostbite, that's a permanent debuff to your health. And if you get too many things of frostbite, then you pretty much die because, well, all your limbs are frozen. They also have another permanent debuff called parasites. And these you can possibly get from eating carnivore meat. So if I eat, again, because I have rank 5 cooking, I don't have to worry about that. But earlier on in the game, if you eat too much wolf meat or too much bear meat, because bear meat is considered carnivore in this game. If you eat too much wolf meat and bear meat, you'll get food parasites. And I haven't gotten it, but I'm under the assumption that if you get parasites, it's a permanent debuff to how many calories you have to eat in order to stay alive, or it increases the amount of calories you consume in a day, which later on in the game can be one hell of a problem. Yeah, frozen to death is a good way to go. Another thing that they have in this game is thin ice. Now, there are certain places where you don't have to worry about thin ice. But if you go into thin ice, say you break through the ice and, it will spawn you pretty much as close to where you fell in, where it's safe to be standing. Oh, great, a blizzard. Lovely. The weather's also random, too. If you fall through the ice, you'll get instant hypothermia. Most of your clothing is wet. So most of your clothing is wet. Usually it's the bottom part of your body that's wet. And then you have to immediately find a fire and dry off. You have to find a fire, dry off, and raise your body temperature. And you have to be dry and warm, so your body temperature can't go below freezing for about, I think it's like 14 hours. So you have to be warm and dry for 14 hours, or you're going to get hit by a massive amount of health loss. Just wait here. Okay, we're dehydrated. We're gonna have to get some water here. There we go. Also, in this game, in order to, you passively regen your health. So do you stay in the same building all the time, or you pack up and move around? You can pack up and move around. In fact, there's a lot of things in this game. In order to get supplies, you have to leave your shelter. You get to choose where your shelter is, though. In this game, if you want to, you can be nomad. You just keep constantly moving. But they have caves, so you can find shelter in caves. Mainly what most people do is they usually find shelter in a place where there's an indoor fireplace and a workbench. Because there are certain things that there's certain things that you can build that require a workbench in order to make. Now, in this game, there are certain things that I have to be able to make, like these things, that require a forge. There are only 2 forges in the game, and they are not located here. They're not located in a building that also has a workbench. If there is a forge that has a workbench in it, it's also outdoor, so it's not considered an indoor shelter. Like for instance, Desolation Point is where one of the forges are. It's a run aground fishing trawler. This one has a forge in it, and it's also indoors. And the forge is also considered a fireplace. So it's indoors. It could be a base, but the problem is the workbench is over here. So you have to actually go outdoors to build anything else. Which the workbench is also indoors, but it doesn't have a fireplace. So in this zone, you'd be constantly going back and forth in order to make water, because you need a fireplace to make water. Or you'd have to build a stationary fire, an outdoor fire, a traditional fire, one of these, to make water. But yeah, if you want to be able to make all the things, you have to actually go outdoor. My little stone. But yeah, there's like so many different supplies that you can get. The other place that is a forge. Another place that's a forge is the Forlorn, which you notice that I haven't filled out the map at all, because I hate this zone. Forlorn Mustang is a zone that is notorious for me, because almost every single time I've gone there, except for this run, I've gone there and I've died. Usually to a bear, or wolves, or falling through the ice and too many times and getting frozen to death, or yeah, horrible. But in that zone, how many zones are there? There are currently, I got the world map, this many zones, and they're all. Why stop? Why does it stay away? Sometimes you have to make those risks in order to get supplies. Many of your supplies that you're going to get warm clothing, food, matches, ammunition, rifles, survival bows, arrows, all these things. You have to go and explore. You have to go and find in buildings. These are all the zones that are currently unlocked. Mountain Town is going to be unlocked in the next patch. It's going to be unlocked sometime this month. But these are all the different zones. Each zone is got a zone that's in between them, like a mini zone, very small. Like the ravine, the winding river. These are sections that are in between. It doesn't show all the zones. I mean, there is there's a ravine and the coastal highway. This is a little path that connects Mystery Lake and the coastal highway. Winding River connects Mystery Lake and Pleasant Valley. But yeah, they're all connected together. You have to kind of go through each zone. It has a loading screen in between them. Broken Railroad, which I have to go through Forlorn to get to. Pain in the ass. But each zone has their benefits and disadvantages. Mystery Lake is usually where I start my runs because it's a good combination of buildings, urban buildings, and also cabins and all that stuff, and wilderness where I can find deer, fishing. Got a ton of fishing holes there. It's a good beginner spot to get your feet on the ground and start finding supplies. Pleasant Valley is a lot of flat ground, which is great because you get to see where the wolves are before they see you, usually. It's got 3 bears that roam around. It's got a very, very nice it's got a very nice house, which is the farmhouse. It's got a workbench in the basement. It's got a fireplace, and it's also easily accessible to be able to get to the coastal highway and Desolation Point. So it's a nice spot, and it's got like tons of cloth. So you got all the curtains, you got all the pillows. So cloth for days in that building, and it's a 2-story house, so you got a lot of room to lay out all your supplies and be able to see what's going on. Coastal highway, it's got tons of fishing. So it's all this. It's like a giant frozen inlet with a ton of fishing huts. So if you plan on living mostly off of fish, it's a great place to go and hang out. Problem is that because of all that flat ground, depending on what difficulty you're on, if you're on Stalker, there's a ton of wolves. I mean, that is where I found the 6 wolf pack out on the water. Is fishing easy on this game? When you first start out, with your rank being not even rank 1 yet, or at rank 1, the difficulty of fishing is finding a fishing hole, having a fishing line, and pretty much there's no durability per se. There's no durability on the fishing line unless you're using it to repair your gear, which you can repair your gear using fishing line. But it goes from 100% to 0 if you snap your line. So that's really dependent on your fishing skill. Like for instance, my fishing skill right now is nearly max rank, but I have a 3% chance of my line breaking. And if it is the only line you have to build another one, which requires a workbench in order to make a fishing line, because you have to make a line and then you have to make the hooks, which thankfully you don't need a forge in order to make the fishing hooks, because that would be a pain. But in order to make hooks, you need scrap metal. Hence why I have a little bit of scrap metal here. But comparatively, it's a low-risk food with a lot of calories. So all you really have to do is just stand still, which moving a lot in this game burns calories. So if I'm moving around, going up hills, going down hills, getting in fights with wolves, doing a lot of repair, all that stuff, if I'm just doing things, if I'm moving around, if I'm just standing still, I'm just burning 100 calories an hour. Just hanging out. I'm burning less if I'm sleeping, but you can only sleep for so long. But if you're fishing, you're just standing still, therefore you're only burning 100 calories per hour. And you're catching fish, and the fish are usually somewhere in between 500 to 1,000 calories. Sometimes even more, depending on the size of the fish. And a fishing hut like that is the only place you can fish in this game. Okay, it's getting cold out. Which I'm starting to get to the point where I'm going to have to start fishing anyway. Yeah. I do like it when the wolves howl like that because I know exactly where they are. Okay, so... be here. Past an hour of time, maybe the wind will calm down. Sweet. Wind stopped. That's good. We're down to 1 arrow of temperature loss. That's good. And do a little bit of fishing. Once you get up to the higher ranks and your risk of breaking your lines goes down, you can fish for nearly ever. You know, you can fish for such a long time without your line snapping that you can catch a lot of fish per fishing line. Per fishing tackle. Do some quick fishing. You can also find in this game cattails. Water out here. Cattails are used. Cattails is like 125 calories per stalk, and the cattails can be found around the edge of a lake. It's not exactly efficient food, but it will save you from, starving to death.
Heavy.
But yeah, this is fairly easy calories to find just by sitting here. Sometimes you'll go through an entire hour with absolutely no calories at all. You'll catch not a single fish. It's just how it goes. I mean, it's full RNG. The higher your fishing rank is, which in order for your rank to get up in anything in this game, you have to successfully do something. So, to be able to get your ability to start fires up, you either have to read a book, which the books are rare, and they're random. But also, you have to actually start fires, and every single time you start a fire successfully, you gain a certain amount of experience towards that rank. Same with fishing. In order to get your fishing rank up, you have to successfully catch something. Right now I've got rank 5 and pretty much everything except for mending, so repairing your gear, is a skill, and also fishing's a skill, cleaning carcasses is a skill. But I would say the easiest source of calories is fishing. It requires very little risk on your part. You really don't have to go and search very far if you're close to one of those fishing holes. And you get a bunch of calories and also lamp oil. which you've got these lanterns around that cost no matches in order to light. And it allows you to be able to run around in dark places and be able to see. Sounds like this game would take over my life more than WoW if I played. This is a game that is definitely easy to learn, hard to master. I mean, currently right now I'm on the second highest difficulty. So it goes from there's like 4 different difficulties. There's the easiest, Voyager is the easiest, I think. And then there's Stalker, which is the difficulty I'm on. There's a difficulty in between me and the easiest. Can't remember what the name of it is. Probably search it up here. See here. Oh yeah. So we've got 4 different difficulties. I was on this one for a little while. Too bad it doesn't. But the highest difficulty, which is what I'm going to do if I die or make it through 500 days on this difficulty, is Interloper. Interloper is the hardest difficulty in this game. Pretty much all of the, how fast you lose core temperature, how fast you lose energy, how fast you become dehydrated, how fast you run out of calories is just multiplied. Also, wolves and bears and other wildlife are rare. They're not as plentiful in Stalker and the other easier difficulties. But they do more damage. They hit a lot harder. So, things like wolves and bears are way more dangerous. So pretty much I've been going through on this run just trying to learn all the mechanics so that when I do the Interloper run during my next run, no matter how this run ends, really hope I do get to 500 days, but no matter how my run ends on this one, I'll be ready and able to come up with a game plan utilizing all of the different tools at my disposal. That way I can sit there and look at what gear I have, what kind of supplies I have, and go, okay, right now I've got the supplies to be able to make fishing tackle to go fishing. Okay, so I'm going to set up shop over in Mystery Lake or the Coastal Highway and just fish and get myself food that way. I also have to, I've also learned how to utilize the matches in the best way possible. Is there a max number of days, or you just keep going? You just keep going. The only reason I'm going to 500 days is because it's the achievement. And I also want to prove to myself I can actually make it through that many days. But I have heard of people who have played this game and have made it through to 800 days. Heck, I've met some people who made it to 1,000 days. But that's because they went completely overboard with, efficiency. You could go completely nuts on efficiency in this game. Yeah. Yes, there's an achievement for it. Drop, 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 drop. Okay. We got fish. We got deer meat. Okay, we're good for a couple more days. But yeah, in this game, also is you've got arrows or a rifle. So you got the rifle down here, which is a bolt action rifle, and the ammunition you can't craft. You have to find it, and once you use a bullet, you can't get it back. It's gone forever. Do the wildlife not come and eat the food outside? No. Pretty much how it works is if you store the food outdoors, either in a container or just laid out here, what will happen is it will degrade slower. Like putting it in the refrigerator. It just sits out there and just loses durability slower. So this is me trying to have my food last as long as possible. It still degrades, but much slower. Also, if you kill something and you leave its carcass there, it won't lose calories until it's gotten cold enough to where it's frozen. Once the carcass is frozen, then it starts to degrade over time, and eventually, once all the protein has been degraded down to zero, so its durability goes down to ruined, then the carcass disappears. Gone. Now, once the carcass gets to like 30%, you could still harvest it and cook it and still have food, but it won't be 100% when you cook it. It'll be like maybe like 60-50%. You know, you get a little bit of condition back from cooking it, so you can squeeze out how long you have a carcass sitting out there after you kill it before it's completely gone. Okay, so let's see here. But yeah, this is same with pretty much anything that is found indoors. Inside of houses, you know, like pills, canned goods, sodas, box crackers, which I've been told box crackers, you know, these things last forever. These things rarely degrade. So this is like emergency food. It doesn't give you many calories, and it pretty much makes you thirsty faster, but it is a source of food. They even have MREs in this game, which I had a couple, but I ate them. But I've got like 10 of those things on top of the mountain, which that's pretty much going to be the goal. The goal of this run is make it to 500 days, and at 500 days, make it to the, at 500 days, be at the top of the mountain, and after 500 days, throw ourselves off. I do not plan on living past 500 days on this run. I'm just gonna be at the top of the mountain, hit 500 days, see the achievement, throw myself off. And then from there, start the new run on the harder difficulty. Hence why I'm here. Hence why it's at, I'm going from day 300 to 400 in this cabin, because it allows me to explore this area, find all the supplies that are here, because I haven't explored it as much as the dark side of Achievement Farm. Yes. But once I get to day 400, then I'm going to start gathering up the supplies to make, the trip up. So I'm going to go through and make myself a brand new survival bow that's at 100%, because I only want to be carrying one bow. I'm also going to make sure that I have an axe and a knife at 100%. So I'm saving my last 2 whetstones in order to make sure that I have a knife and an axe at 100%. Because the last 50 days, I'm going to be... The mountain has 4 levels, and the top level is considered a level. So, at 50 days, I'm going to start my trip up. So, I'm going to start on the first level. So, go up the first rope, be at the first level, hang out there for a couple days. Then, go up another level, hang out there for a couple days. Then, I'm going to go all the way to the top, and hopefully have maybe like at most 12 days up there, to where I'm just living off of rabbit. So I'm gonna have to have enough snares in order to efficiently get enough food in order to be up there. There's also some like 10 MREs up there, so not that big of a deal if I don't have to, but... And then, once the achievement hits, the tail section of the aircraft that's up there, where all the supplies are, I'm just gonna... It'll be like a diving board, just woo off the edge. That's the goal. And then we start on the harder difficulty, Interloper, which I am fully prepared I'm going to die a lot. Okay.
It's dusk.
Well, it's perfect. It's nighttime now. Get myself waiting. I'm just waiting for my energy to go down low enough so that I can at least sleep through most of the night. Because you really don't want to be outside at night in this game because the temperature just drops. How long do you think it will take to get to 5 days then? Right now, this run is our, well, clearly our longest run. And let's see here. The total number of playtime I have on this game right now is probably around 200. 200 hours of playtime. I can get a much more accurate number here. Where is the Steam? Where is the Steam player? I wonder. Out of the way. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? I did. I gotta learn to not move the... Okay. Can't quit. Shit. Okay. This is what happens when you... Oh, wait. Okay. Right. Burn? Yes. This is what happens when you... I was trying to move it out of the way so I could get to the player, the Steam player. Okay, 215 hours. So, yeah. Quite a bit of playtime on this game. I need to put that thing into a better spot. Gonna be dropping frames while it's trying to load up the game. But yeah, if I were to guess from Alphabet, I probably have maybe, unless I spend a lot of time just grinding out days, which I could do. I could just sit there. That's like, yeah, that's like 400 in-game days, yeah. So I probably have like 100 more hours until I get up to day 500. Unless I, you know, sit still long enough and grind out days. Which means having to get a bunch of food just saved up, a bunch of calories saved up, and then just, you know, going completely ham on the wait times. You could just sit in one spot and just wait. Yeah, that would be boring though. Yeah, it would be. But it is something that you can do. You know, I had to do that with the farmhouse. I had to do that with the farmhouse to when I was getting prepared to come up here. I was just like, well, you know, I was like maybe like 20 days away to day 300, and I was just like, well, I've got all this food, I might as well just, and I can't bring this food with me, so I was just like, well, let's grind out these days. And because you hit the past time thing, and you just do like 4 or 5 hours at a time, you know, drink some food, you know, drink some water, eat some food, and then continue on, and just day night, day night, day night, get them all sent. Just crank through them.
Well, there goes nothing.
Which, you know, when you've gotten to the point this late in the game, you can do that because you don't have any exploring to do, really. Because I've been to every single zone in the game so far and found all the supplies that I could. So usually when you've got time to spare, you go exploring, find supplies, find matches, find some more hatchets and hunting knives, and maybe some bullets, maybe another rifle if you need it. Find medical supplies, stuff like that, you know. Just kind of look around. Be right back, guys. Stick food in the oven. I still can hear you, but not respond. Gotcha. No problem. Okay, let's see here. So we got that wolf still out there. The bear hasn't shown up yet. There's a bear that likes to hang out over by our fishing hut. His cave is like right over there, and he makes a beeline to the fishing hut and turns around and goes back. But this far into the game, I primarily try to scavenge all the food I can off of anything I kill, even the ones that I'm defending myself against. Like, the rule is, if I shoot an arrow, anything it kills, I eat. Which includes the wolves. Now, this is something I can't do earlier in the game. There are times where I've had to spend a bullet or a arrow shot and had to just leave the carcass there because wolf meat being as it is, because it's carnivore meat and you don't have your cooking skill ranked up to the max, you have the risk of parasites. So I just have to sit there and be like, you know what, if I have enough food also with this to kind of eat the meat and then have the risk of parasites go away, because the game will give you a warning if you're at risk of getting something like parasites. Like, you're at risk of getting parasites, and it'll give you a percentage. And at that point, you'd be like, okay, well, then I gotta stop doing this until it goes away, which it takes a while for it to go away. Also, another risk that you get is risk of hypothermia. So you can be outdoors for quite a while, but you eventually have to get indoors or find a fire or find shelters and make the risk of hypothermia go away. If you do get hypothermia, well, you start losing health and then you die. Okay. I'm gonna have to go and find... Oh, there's 3 wolves out there now. Oh, great. Great, lovely. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we got 3 wolves kind of hanging out inside our... Okay, I'm gonna have to... Eventually, I'm going to eventually get risk of cabin fever. If I don't go and find a cave to go and sleep in, I'm gonna be having risk of cabin fever. What cabin fever is cabin fever pretty much locks you into only being able to sleep outdoors. That's what happens when you get cabin fever. So, which can easily kill you if you don't know what to do. Have to make a trip here. Grab this and that. Also in this game, they have this thing called scent. You'll see the little squigglies above my head every once in a while if I'm carrying too much meat. That's what that is. It's scent. What it is it's like it's pretty much a dinner bell to a particular range. You know, if I got one tick of scent, so it's like one of the 3 lines is lit up white. That means carnivores within a certain range will start coming towards it. If I have 2, that radius increases, and 3, damn near every single carnivore in the zone will be coming my direction. Okay, I heard him. I heard a bark. This is what I was worried about. There he is. Okay. Okay, wolf. Come to me. But yeah, this is how, you know, you have to deal with wolves. You have to kite them to a spot where you have the advantage. Primarily, I look for places that are flat. As soon as he gets close enough, drop bait. Then he stops growling, and then you shoot him in the head. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Well, I do have more meat on me. Okay, I hit one of them. He's gonna run around because he's got an arrow stuck in him, and he'll usually bleed to death. I'm waiting for him to figure out what he's gonna do, because eventually he'll be aggroed back onto me. He ate the rabbit meat I just dropped for him as bait. I'm just waiting for... trying to figure out what these two are gonna be doing, because I really don't want them showing up behind me and attacking me. Okay, he's bleeding out. He's getting slower. And eventually he'll just stagger and then fall over. Then we'll get our arrow back. One of two things will happen. If the durability on my arrow gets too low, it will just, you know... Yeah, there he is. He's in a slow walk now. I don't want to waste an arrow on him. He's about to fall over here soon. But him, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I don't want to get too close to him or he's going to immediately attack me. There he goes. And he fell down. There. Okay. Damn it. God damn it. Give me the kill. There we go. I just didn't want them walking around. Wait, okay. So I'm just gonna leave them there for now. And I'll harvest them when I get back. That's two wolves I don't have to deal about for a while. Eventually the wolves do respawn. They do. But unfortunately, this particular cave, I mean, the cave that I went to in order to deal with cabin fever was a lot easier to get to. There's a straight line. Most of the path was marked by a river. I just kind of walked along a river to get to it. This particular cave is a little bit more difficult because it usually has somewhere around 3 wolves hanging around it or close to it. I have to get past them in order to be able to get to the cave. So it's a pain in the ass. I'm lucky. The wolves won't be close. I can immediately just get to it. You know, if we find ourselves, hopefully when the update releases and they unlock the other zone, we'll be able to just not have to climb back down off of the mountain. If we find ourselves on the mountain when it releases, then we'll just have to wait until the next run. Because I really don't want to have to bring myself back down the mountain for any reason once we get onto it. I'm hoping that the it releases before we go up the mountain. Where to go, wolves? Okay, we're gonna have to deal with the wolves. Yep. Yeah, I have to deal with the wolves a lot on this difficulty. 3 wolves. I got 3 wolves I'm gonna have to grab food from. Yeah, like I said, food's not a problem at this. I left you for a few minutes. And you killed more? Yes. Yes, I did. On this difficulty, you know, this far in, and on this difficulty, food is not a problem. The wolves come to you. So, if you know how to deal with the wolves, the food comes to you. You have no problem finding food on this difficulty. No problem. It's just the wolves become more annoying because you're like, oh, I got more calories I gotta cook up now. Which, you know, means you have to spend another match in order to cook all of it, so that will last a reasonable amount of time. Especially when I'm trying to rank up my fishing skill. It's like, you know, if you get too much food gathered up, it all starts to become ruined and despawn. Once it's ruined and it's outdoors, it will just spawn and be gone forever. So getting too much food stocked up is just a waste of time. You know, you really just want to eat what is needed to survive, or be able to not have to, you know, spend too much, so you can just kind of concentrate on other things. If you can live off of rabbit, you can live off of rabbit and fish, primarily, but on this difficulty, you just run into so many wolves that it's like either have to defend yourself, or, you know, allow them to attack you, and that in itself is a waste of resources, because then you have to bandage yourself, you have to, you know, bandage yourself, use your disinfectant, then you have to sleep for a certain amount of time to get your health back, and during that time you have to have enough calories, enough food saved up, and enough water saved up, so that's all you do, or risk going out at low health where you immediately die if you get attacked. Which I've done that before. That's never fun. I've seen another streamer who was playing this game, and he was at a sliver of health, and he was outdoors. He got attacked by a wolf, and he was 450 days in. Yeah. That's painful. That's painful. Okay. So I'm gonna be sleeping the night out here. There's another wolf coming nice and close. I don't want to kill another wolf. I'm not gonna be able to eat through enough of that. I've still got bear I gotta eat. I've got bear meat I still have to eat. Okay. Get ourselves a nighttime then. We're gonna have to get further in the back here so that we don't freeze. As you know, game logic. We got water here, which is fine. Eventually we're gonna have to restock on this. I just want to get this day out of the way so that I can go back to exploring. Because I need to be able to have the ability to sleep indoors when there's a blizzard. Usually the safest place. Usually. Lately. Let's just say me killing the bears and the wolves will not make the druids happy. The druids be like, why are you killing her? Why are you killing the animals? It affects me first. Not my fault that they can't seem to keep themselves away from me. Okay. Water, yourself some daytime. Wind's picking up. Okay. It's really cold in here. Okay, there we go. Oh wow. Yeah, it's still pretty cold out. Get yourselves some daytime. But yeah, nighttime, all the temperatures drop dramatically at nighttime. I mean, dramatically. So being out at night is definitely not something you want to be doing in this game. Only if you absolutely have to. You know, if it's an absolute emergency. Like, you need to get a fire going. So you need to be out in the woods finding branches and breaking them open. Problem is, certain ones take time. And if you've got, like, a sliver of health, being out there long enough is going to freeze you to death. So you have to kind of be like, okay, how much health do I have? How long is it going to take for me to get the wood that I need to be able to make a fire? Now there are branches and then there are sticks. The sticks, they don't last as long, but you have to, which means you have to gather up a lot more of them. But the advantage of the sticks is that they require no time. You just immediately look down, pick them up. Requires no energy, no calories, just boom. But you have to spend a lot of time walking around. What is getting their attention? Yeah, look at that. Got their attention. What am I carrying has their attention? Is the question. I don't have any scent on me, so is it because they see me and they're like, hey, we saw something over there, let's go check it out? No, the wind direction, that's why. I'm upwind from them. They're actually smelling me, not the food. Okay. That's why. No, that's a pain in the ass. But yeah, in this game the temperature fluctuates tremendously. The wolves are a pain in the ass. The bears are walking tanks. I mean, pretty much at most it requires three shots. You know, 3 shots anywhere on the body, but you have to wait for their health to bleed out. That's one way to kill a wolf. I know this because I failed 3 times to kill it, and upon trying to do a 4th time, I saw his body just kind of laying there. I'm like, okay, he bled out. But that comes with its own risk because every single time you fail, you get mauled. So you have to go. So therefore, you have to go home, regain your health back, repair any gear that's about to be destroyed, and then head out again. which is like 2 days of sleeping, eating, and having your health regen, which is a pain. Because if you don't do it at full health, well, you're gonna just immediately die. And if you don't repair your stuff, then a piece of your gear is going to be ruined, and therefore you can't use it anymore. And then you have to find a replacement for that gear, which again is a pain in the ass. Okay, I can't harvest them yet. The blizzard's on its way. Currently, right now, you can see by the temperature, 3 arrows down, and the wind's picking up. So, blizzard. Blizzard is on its way. Not the developer Blizzard. That's completely different. Yeah, there they come. Okay. What am I carrying? It's getting their attention. Seriously, what am I carrying? I'm not carrying anything. I can't be carrying anything that's getting their attention. I'm confused. I am confused. Okay, we'll eat the last of that then. Yeah, wolves are jerks. Wolves, they're jerks. They're all jerks. Good bed. Good bed. Okay, so we're getting low on food, but we're gonna need to, as soon as we get a chance, once the blizzard goes away. Once that blizzard goes away, then we're gonna go and check, get those 2 wolves, carve them up, get everything off of them. So we're gonna get the pelt, we're gonna get the guts, we're gonna get the food, we're gonna get all cooked up. We're probably gonna make ourselves some more water. So that we always have water on hand, so we don't have to spend a match every single time we need 2 layers of water. Not like I'm having a problem with matches right now, because I've got a few. But I like to have some in reserve in case I need the matches. Okay. Let's wait like 3 hours. Maybe the wind will stop. Perfect. Those 2 jerks. Those 2 jerks. Why do they have to be jerks? Yeah, wolves, could you stop being jerks for like a couple seconds and, go elsewhere? That'd be nice. I'd appreciate it. Okay, it's just windy, it's not cold. Gotcha. I'm okay with this. Hey, Figgle, what's up? Yeah, temperature is a lot better now. Here, you keep killing them, they're getting revenge. Hey, they need to stop attacking me first.
Damn. You gotta be more careful.
Brain rest. Okay. Deal with that. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just getting some gameplay in before I have to go to work. I hate when it's the sprained wrist. Sprained wrist. Why you be like? Okay, so I'm going to quarter this guy up. Quarter the other one up. And we're gonna go and hook these things up.
Something's gotta go.
I can let the hide and the guts stay out here for a little while, but I want to get the bulk of it out of here. The nice thing is I can use the bags of meat as bait.
Feels like a lot of gear.
So if they do attack me, well, if they do get aggroed onto me, I can deal with them. I'm trying to put this whole entire building in between me and them, so that I can just quickly sneak in through the door. Yep, I heard him. Bye. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I see you. I'm laughing at you. Okay. Now that we're indoors, let's harvest these things up. I'm not going to use my knife. I don't want to use up the durability on it. Which is kind of funny that I can do it by hand. I ain't complaining too much. That's the benefit of rank 5 harvesting. Because you can do it by hand rather than using a knife. Definitely beneficial later in the game. Still got one more wolf we're gonna have to go and clean, and I'm probably gonna be cooking it over in the cave rather than here. Is it closer to that cave? Okay, let's see here. You know what, I'm gonna drop it here for now, because I'm gonna need to go outdoors to get wood. Slowly walking away. Grab a fur. We're gonna have to restock on wood here soon. Okay. Let's grab this all back up again.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
There we go. Gonna use another match, but we got plenty of matches so far. I'm gonna make some water on top of this too, if I have time left. Because it's 2 liters of water a day. So. Look, all the wolf. Yes, all the wolf meat. Oddly enough, one wolf doesn't last that long. One wolf is pretty much 1 day of food. A bear, on the other hand, is 30 to 40 kilograms of meat. So that's about an in-game week. Kill a bear, you got a week's worth of food. That's if you pretty much sit around and do nothing. Maybe more than that. Can't imagine wolves have a lot of meat on them. No, they don't. They do not. They're very lean meat. A deer is probably around 10 kilograms. Which, you know, really is not that much, but it's a lot better than most food in the game. As soon as you're able to get yourself a rifle and also or a bow and arrow, I mean, you should be hunting the deer. That way you can get the hide pants. Because the hide pants, the boots, and the gloves are the easiest to get. You know, relatively speaking, of course. You know, the real easiest food to get is the fish, but that's RNG based. So they're out here. Make some water with whatever time we have left. Probably have enough time for 5 minutes.
If I can drop it with this gear.
Yeah, this guy likes to complain a lot. He'll complain about pretty much everything that you're low on. Like, oh my god, I'm carrying too much, or oh my god, I'm thirsty, or I'm hungry, I'm tired.
What's your wife? I feel so tired.
Speaking of tired, just said it. Nope. Drink some water. Check the duration on the fire. About an hour. I think we'll be fine. Okay, now we're gonna have to go the next morning and gather up the hides and the guts, get them in here, get them curing, because the only way to cure the guts and the pelts is indoors. We have to stay indoors. That's why you see all the pelts on the floor and the guts on the floor, is because they have to be indoors to dry, to cure. 341 days, 18 hours, 48 minutes. That's why I kind of have them on the floors. You see, this one's at 51%. It's halfway cured. I have to most of the pelts have to take anywhere from 11 days to 12 days. The bear pelt takes a long 12 days. But once they're cured, then same with the saplings. The saplings have to be cured indoors too. But once they're cured, then they can be used to craft things. Water bottle. Go up there, get ourselves remainder of those 2 wolves. If we don't get to that 3rd wolf, it's not so bad. Because, I mean, we got so much meat sitting in front of here already. Yo, wolf. Chew. Away. Away. Wish I had a dog whistle. Just kind of whistle and cause them to get scared off. Like, ah, what is that? I would love to be able to scare them off. In fact, there are ways to scare the wolves off. One of the early game ways is to throw a flare. So you either throw a flare or a torch. You have to throw it at them. If you don't, even better if you hit them. But depending on how badly they're hungry, they might just ignore the flare. Or if you throw it too early, like they're not in that little slow growl as they're slowly coming up toward you, they might just ignore the torch completely, and they'll just run at you. That's usually how it triggers the whole sprint at you and, fight or flight struggles thing. That or aiming down sights. If you have a bow or arrow, if you have a bow and arrow or a gun, as soon as you aim down sights, that immediately causes them, no matter the distance, they'll start running at you. It'll be a full-on sprint. Which, has gotten me killed a couple of times. Not fun. Okay, so drop the wolf pelt here. guts in the pile. There we go. There we go. Check my gear here. 76 is fine for the bear pelt, the bear skin coat. Another thing about the durability, especially on the clothing, the lower the condition, the percentage, the less effective it becomes. It's almost like, you know, if you got a coat and it's got a hole in it, it's not going to hold in the heat as good as something brand new. So I've got a whole bunch of gear that's heading towards 80%. I usually like to keep my gear above 80% as much as I can. Prepare cloth in order to barrel that. That's what at least I try to do. Oh, prepare this real quick here. Yep. Because, you know, because of my skill in repair and mending, I can pretty much, you know, give myself a lot of condition. 82. I think I'll be fine. Probably want to do the 81s. But the longer you wear it, when you're wearing something, even without being attacked by something, it's just going to lose condition over time. Just by movement, just by walking around. You know, some of this stuff is like armor. You know, like the bearskin, the gloves, you'll see like a little shield. That's how much protection it gives you. And protection comes in handy when you're up against wolves, because it decreases the amount of bleeds you'll get. It doesn't protect you against things like sprains or bruising, but it protects you from getting bleeds and also infections. The wolf's still here. Oh, the bear's back. See that unassuming black dot right there? That's the bear. The bear is no joke in this game, especially on this difficulty. And because of all the food I currently have, there's no point for me to even go after him right now, because I've already got a bear pelt. I really don't need 2 bear pelts. One bear pelt is just enough. Yeah, you see his side right now. He kind of just likes to hang out over by the lake for a little while, and then he goes back to his cave. Track down that. Well, that explains why the wolves are not here anymore. Yeah, in this game, the wolves are scared of the bear. They're just frightened. If you see the wolves all of a sudden the next morning be gone, that means the bear is nearby. If the bear's not there, the wolves are. Also, you can get pretty close to the bear without having to worry about, you know, getting attacked. You know, the wolf, the bear will give you kind of a warning. They'll start grunting or roaring. That means you're getting too close to him. If you get a certain distance from him, he'll start to turn and walk in your direction. If he's about to attack you, he'll stand up on his rear legs, and at that point, it's too late. He'll stand up on his, he'll stand up, you know, body upright, and that means he's about to charge you. if you are not within somewhere where you can go indoors or find shelter, a cave does not count. He will come running at you really, really fast, and he'll be on top of you within a couple seconds. That is pretty much your only chance to shoot him in the head. If you can't shoot him in the head, you get mauled. I mean, that's the only way to take them down, is a headshot. Or fail a number of times where he's got a bunch of shots on him, and then he'll bleed out, and then you have to go find him. Find his body. But yeah, they're high risk, high reward food source. But what you get out of a bear is the bear pelt, of course. You get 30 to 40 kilograms of meat, which will last you at the very least an entire in-game week. And you also get like 10 guts. So you get this massive pile of guts. And the things that you can make out of bear pelt is pretty good stuff. I mean, each crafting recipe requires 2 bears, so you have to kill 2 bears. But you get the coat, which is like the best coat in the game. The bearskin coat is the best coat. The second best is the expedition parka. Which, you know, expedition parka is nothing to be scoffed at either, but yes, and I was. I heard a bark.
I need to drop something.
Yeah, the bearskin coat is very cozy. The other thing that you can make that's really, really good in the game is the bearskin bedroll. And the bearskin bedroll comes with not only increased warmth when you're sleeping, but also it scares away wolves while you're sleeping. So you don't need to make a fire in order to protect yourself against wolves. Past this wolf here. Come on, into the cave, into the cave, into the cave. And what we'll do is go in here, just so that will go away. I'm just dropping it so that I'm not giving off scent, so they'll, you know, burr off. Like, go away. I don't need you right now. Okay, but I'm gonna make a fire here and I'm gonna cook up the wolf.
Turned out pretty well.
This. Yeah, we're gonna have to restock all these areas with wood here soon. Okay, since the fire is here, I can hold on to the meat. All it will really do is it will cause them to get close, and then they'll get scared away by the fire. Because when you're first starting the game, these fires, these standalone fires, are your safety net. It is your only protection against wolves. That and torches that it makes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this food, and then I'm going to drop all this food at the mouth of the cave. That way, I'm not carrying it on me. Also, something I learned the hard way. the fires, don't step on them. There is a debuff that you can get called burning. A phrase that should surprise nobody, but you know, I learned it the hard way. I got a little bit too close to the fire. Yeah. You lose a lot of health over time with burning. Give myself 5
Too much
liters
stuff
here.
to carry.
And no, I will not illustrate it. Not this far into the game. Okay, so we got food here if we need it. That's always good. I just can't let it just sit here for too long. Okay, so we have to be way back here in the cave. Being on fire is a bad thing after all. Yes, yes. This is not like it's not like World of Warcraft where you can just sit on a fire and you get one little tick of damage. You could dive off the plane while on fire. Run! Leaving a little trail of embers as I fall. Ah. Better all actually gonna let time pass a little bit. That's a blizzard. I want it to be daytime so I could see the wolves. Okay, there we go. Pick it up. Some bear, some water. Oh, 2 of them. Great, lovely. 2 little jerks outside my door here. I don't need you. Go away. I wish not to kill another one of you because I really can't afford to stock that much food. Don't want to. Okay, I'm gonna wait for them to screw off. Go away. You're gonna come closer. I swear to God, if you're coming this way, I'm not gonna be happy. I know I can kill them easily, but come on. I really, really, really need more. Also, you know, being in the woods like this with all these trees is like the worst possible place to deal with wolves because they can appear out of nowhere. Plus, they like to zigzag in between the trees, which is also a pain in the ass. Definitely makes them difficult to deal with. Hey, there's a deer over there. You know what? Hey, wolves. Go attack the deer. The deer's over there. Go there. Go over there. If you want mine. Go over there. They're not cooperating. Yeah, there's 3 wolves. Okay. That sucks. Okay. There's 3 wolves over there. Lovely. Awesome. How about now? I grab the wolf belt. I'm leaving the guts there because that gives off scent. And with the wolves being this close, no. Let's see here. Get myself around these idiots. These jerks. They're little trolls, that's what they are. This late into the game, they're just nothing more than little trolls. Go away. I don't want any. No more. I don't want any more food. Stop it. Just like running away. It's like, no more food. I don't need it anymore. It is a weird. When you first play this game, wolves are just so dangerous. They're just such a risk when they're around. But when you get to this late in the game, they're nothing more than just a nuisance and too much food to handle. Because they start throwing themselves upon you. You're just like, stop it! No more calories! No more! Stay back! Go away! No more! Stop it! They just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. On easier and harder difficulties, you never run into this many wolves. You never run into this many wolves. This is a characteristic that's only with this difficulty level. You know, I'm quite sure on Interloper, this is something you wish for. You're like, bring on the
Gotta
calories.
rest that rest.
Not right now, not on this difficulty. No way, no how. If I get any more calories, I run the risk of... If I get any more meat or food of any sort, I run into having my food getting ruined before I can finish eating it. Yeah, I'm in the wilderness and complain about too much food. I know, right? How odd is that? But look at this. I got fish, I got wolf meat, I got bear meat still, I got venison. I've got more meat over in the cave over there. Yeesh. I got all this canned goods. I don't need any more. Stop it. At least I don't need any more wolf meat. I don't need any more of that stuff. They can just go elsewhere. It's just a little ridiculous, isn't it? It's just hilarious. It's like it's something that, at least on this difficulty, when it comes to food, you go from being desperate for food. You're like constantly looking for food, to this point where you forgot the crackers. Oh yeah, the crackers too. I got all those crackers too. I've got so many. I have so much food. Crazy. But you start out from being desperate to find food at the very beginning. So the first 100 days. The first 100 days are pretty much what took me building myself up to this point. You spend the first 100 days constantly looking for food. Then you get to day 100 to 200, finding yourself in a nice plateau where the amount of food you need is what's coming in. 300 to 400 now, there are times where I have so much food on me that I can't eat it all. So I get to the point where I've got the wolves, they're just constantly coming at me. I'm like, stop, I can't eat all of you. Stop coming. I don't need you right now. It just gets crazy. But that's the weird thing about this difficulty. It's like you just need them to kind of just stop, chill out. Ooh, right? Because I have so many different I can't eat you all. Stop coming, I can't eat all of you. But best line of the morning. But yeah, when it comes to this game, I've got so many different ways of getting food now. I mean, my fishing skill is high enough to where I can get tons of fish if I want to. I've got I've also got the ability to eat all this canned food even when it's ruined. I can get the cattails, which are still, along the lake here. I've got the deer that's hanging out right in front of the house, right there. I've got that bear that isn't too difficult to deal with because I've got the fishing hut there, and I can cheese it. Because what I can do is I can stand by the opening of the fishing hut, shoot the bear when he gets close enough, and then duck inside. And that will usually cause him to come rush at me and either end up with his head halfway through the wall and I just shoot his head and he's dead. Or he gets shot, runs at me, I go inside, he stops, turns around, goes the other direction, and I do it again. And I do that enough times and he'll bleed out or he'll die. So I'm not really that in desperate need of food right now. But sometimes when you get attacked by a wolf, you gotta have to take the food, because if you just let it to waste, then you've spent in either a arrow or a bullet to kill him, and that's a resource you're never gonna get back again. So you're gonna just I'm gonna have to cut you open, cook you, and then have the food. But if you get too much food, then the stuff gets ruined before you can finish eating it. And how many? Let's see how many. I got 2 of you. Okay, how many do I need? No, not that. Workbench. I need. Oh, I do have 2. Well, I could make the deerskin boots right now. I don't need you right now, but I could. Currently, right now, the mucklucks are pretty good. I mean, these are in my opinion, from what I've seen, these are the best boots in the game. Aside from the deerskin boots. The deerskin boots are just slightly better. Not much, but slightly better. I'm holding off making the deerskin boots until later. But the only thing that comes close to these is the ski boots. The ski boots are really, really good. Their protection is like 60%. The downside to the ski boots is that it slows your sprint speed and your movement speed by a tremendous amount. I mean, it's like minus 10% to your speed. And right now, my sprint speed is at 50%. It's horrible. Let's see here. Sprint speed minus 5. Minus 3. Yeah, so the deerskin boots would make me slower. That's not good. But my protection's up at 35%. There are ways to be able to increase my protection a little bit further, but not much. These are the best sweaters in the game, these 2. The best jacket, and the best, it's a ski mask. Yeah, as you can see, my face is quite white with rosy cheeks. But this is the best wind protection, really. There are other equipment in the game that you can find. On this particular run, I spent the first 80 days with nothing more than working gloves. Work gloves. You know, those ones that are made of pure leather. No insulation whatsoever. Yeah, I had to run with those for 80 days. That was a pain in the ass. It was better than having bare hands. So it was better than getting frostbite. But yeah, those are horrible, horrible. So many supplies. In fact, fine for now. I was thinking about, it's like, maybe I should catch some rabbit, but do I really need rabbit right now? Oh, no. Yeah, we do. We need rabbit for bait. Okay, let's do some rabbit hunting, which is translation for set some snares and wait. Okay. Do have a rabbit pelt on me. I mean, a wolf pelt. Okay, so we're gonna figure out where the nearest rabbit grove is. Hopefully the rabbit grove that's over here has restocked itself. In this game, pretty much how the rabbit groves work is you go to a rabbit grove, which you can only tell if it's a rabbit grove if there are rabbits around, or you've surveyed an area that has a rabbit grove nearby. But how these rabbit groves work is if you straight up shoot them, so if you shoot the rabbits, or you hit them with rocks, which that's what you can do too, you can pelt them with rocks and stun them and run over and then break their necks. You can do it that way, but if you do it that way, you'll cause a rabbit grove to not exist anymore. So if you kill enough of them, the rabbit grove will be gone. It will not restock. It's gone forever. The best way to deal with a rabbit grove is the snares.
Soon.
For some reason in this game, if you use a snare, they'll run out, but they'll come back. You ruined bows. Don't know. I guess, and also how the snares work is that how close together they are doesn't matter, and also where they're located doesn't matter. As long as they're within the rabbit grove area, they'll catch things. Currently right now they're on a timer, so a certain amount of time will go by. Usually it's a one night cycle or a half a day, and it will catch something. So you'll come back, and during that randomly chosen amount of time, it will either say you caught something, or you didn't catch anything, or a wolf came by and destroyed it. That's really what it boils down to. You set it up and you let RNG do its thing. Now, depending on how many rabbits are currently walking around inside the rabbit grove, and the number is kind of random. So you'll either get, somewhere around 1 to 3 per night. That's why there's only 3 there. So all of them could have a rabbit on them, or just one of them. Worst case scenario is 1. Here. So we're gonna just kind of hang out for a while. Now, if you leave, now let's say one of the snares catches something. If you catch something and you leave it be, you just let it sit there for too long, then it will go from we caught something to a wolf came along and ate it. And once if that happens, it will ruin the snare. So once the snare is ruined, you have to harvest it, get the reclaimed wood back, and build another one. Which they're cheap. I mean, relatively speaking, these snares are pretty cheap. I mean, they only require 1 reclaimed wood and a cured gut. That's it. But once you have the supplies, it's pretty simple to replace. It's just you have to actually catch another rabbit to replace the one that was ruined, or kill a deer, or a wolf, or a bear. Pretty much anything but fish. Have some time here. Blindly stare up at the ceiling. That's what I'm doing right now. if you wait in a bed, it's like you're sitting in bed, staring up at the ceiling, waiting for time to pass. Not actually sleeping, hanging out in bed. Okay. Water, and then we'll sleep for the night. And then we'll go check the snares. Funny. Yep, I know. In this game, your best source of food in this game is fuzzies. The fuzzies. The fuzzies will be sacrificed for the blood god.
I could use a drink.
Okay, how much more? Okay. We got one more mouthful left on it. Let's just say, you know, let's just say PETA would not like this game. Or maybe they would, because, you know, there are times where the fuzzies will kill you. Okay, yeah, it's getting quite cold out here. Oh yeah. 3 arrows down. Sprinting. Get ourselves past that wolf. I saw him on his way. He was like, hey, what's going on over here? Okay. Oh, there's some rabbits kind of hopping around here. Okay, our snares are located on the other side here. Bunny, 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 bunny. Nothing. Oh, the rabbits survive another day. Now, the only reason I picked them up after a day is mostly because, one, it resets their timers. So it resets their internal timers on them. Because if you have a snare sit up there too long and it hasn't caught anything, it will go from, it has a higher chance of getting ruined. So it ruins the snare. So I picked them up, and if I'm gonna hunt for them again, if I'm gonna hunt for rabbit again, I'll pick them up and then drop them immediately. So I pick them up and then reset them. So it resets their internal timers, so that it decreases the amount of chance that they'll get ruined. It also allows me to not forget about them, because last thing I want to happen is for me to forget about them and then it catches something and then it immediately gets ruined. I've had 4 snares get ruined that way because I had forgotten about them. I'd placed them, forgot about them, and I had to replace all of them. Ear tools. Drop. Okay. Okay, we got 8 arrows. I have not. Okay. So let's grab some feathers here. Transfer. It only takes 3 feathers. 3 feathers. Arrow shaft we have here. That's to make an arrow. And that arrow will last about 3 or 4 shots. We can shoot it like 3 or 4 times and it will, probably on the 4th shot, it will break. And then we have to replace it. Okay, that's got 34. This one is at 12. Okay. We're gonna have to eventually build ourselves a brand new bow. which I haven't done in a long time. It lasts a long ass time. But anyway, it's time for me to go work. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you have not done so, please hit the follow button on your way out. I stream Tuesday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Saturdays at 1 p.m. So you can usually tell when I'm going to be streaming and what game below the stream on the schedule or on the event tab. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out. See ya tomorrow, latest.